Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon X. Now that we've got the 6th gym badge, we don't need to stay in Lavair City anymore, so for today's episode we're going to be travelling down Route 15 and checking out some of the sites along the way.
Isn't this fun? A whole video where we're walking from point A to point B. Great!
You could use that to describe any number of RPGs, really.
That's true. You ever play like those RPGs that really just like cut out all the bullshit and just have you... I think there was one that literally moved you on a straight line as the text of the game story was scrolling along in the background. I'll have to link you to that sometime.
Ew, that sounds like some modern day Square Enix, like, pay-per-play kind of bullshit.
Ooh, yeah, I can actually imagine it. Ugh, and you thought All the Bravest was bad.
All the bravest, more like all the bullshit.
Oh man, have you seen that Tales of Phantasia port for the iOS, by the way? Fucking bullshit!
Yeah, well, before we become too engulfed with rage at other RPGs, let's direct our rage towards this one.
Let's be enraged about this RPG as opposed to other ones, okay.
I've heard on the grapevine that you're not too big of a fan of this particular Pokemon.
Well, I mean, I've said it before, and I guess I'll say it again for the third time. Klefki has a lot of good moves for competitive. It has good typing, Steel and Fairy. But personally for me, I think what I don't like about Klefki the most is that it doesn't look enough like a creature. I mean, like, Magnemite is, like, clearly some sort of mecha little robot thing. But at the same time, it feels like a creature. Klefki just looks too much like a keyring. There's only, like, a little bit that says, oh, well, it's got a face, it must be a Pokemon. But for me, that doesn't really fit, personally. And I guess that's why I don't like it as much as the other guys like Magnemite and Voltorb. Even though I admit Voltorb is totally boring. I get what you're saying there. But that's just my opinion about why I don't like Klefki.
Okay, now that you've explained it that way, I kind of understand, because with Magnemite, it has that giant eye, so you can see there's some personality there. Klefki's model is so small, you have to kind of struggle to see its face sometimes. You gotta squint.
That's true, and its face is basically the keyhole, right? Isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it looks too soulless. I mean, yeah, it's Steel and Fairy, and trust me, that's soulless enough. But it doesn't look like anything's there. It just looks like more of a robot than Magnemite does, really.
And yes, we know all about the folklore concerning, fairies taking keys and the like, but I like Klefki. I'm going to give it a cute little nickname and then put it in the box and promptly forget about it forever.
Ah, good. The NTom64 method of training. Do you look good enough? Into the box you go. Come one, come all, straight to the box. That's all you'll know, that's all you'll ever be. It's the box, now available.
I got 10 boxes of Rattatas, and then right at the end, squished in the bottom right corner is a Zapdos.
You just think about it, when a Pokemon Bank eventually comes out, you'll have 3,000 spots to forget all those other Pokemon you caught.
Well, you say that like it hasn't come out yet. It's just been released in Europe and Australia, actually.
Why is Australia getting it? I mean, I understand Pokemon's popular all over the world, but you would think they would rush that out to the US as soon as possible. What's the holdup? Honestly, I want to know.
Well, America's had it good for so many years, and we in the PAL territory have been shafted on numerous occasions.
I know! It was so great, wasn't it?
Did you know, and this is a bit of a random example, Super Mario RPG was not released in the PAL territories until the fucking Wii's Virtual Console.
Now, I do have to admit, I joke about PAL, but at the same time, it is really kind of lame you didn't get Super Mario RPG until then, because it's a really fucking good game, and that's really kind of disappointing that you had to wait for so long.
Well, on the plus side, I did get to play Paper Mario, but on the downside, after playing that, Super Mario RPG seemed like a step down.
I don't know, I think they're both good, but on their own different levels. Like, Super Mario RPG still has what I like in RPGs, the fact that there are no random encounters and you can choose who to fight, and it keeps the player invested, with the real-time hits. Watch out, he knows about those. But, Paper Mario is the same way, but it has its own little, spin on things. I think they're both good in their own way.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm just saying I preferred the Paper Mario style of play. And that's about all the time we have for talking about random RPGs. See you next time on the Pokemon X playthrough.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Two types of creepy. One's moe, one's... I don't know what you'd call that, unkempt. Well, whatever, I guess. Time to move on. There we go. Proper liquored up. I mean healed up.
Now, what is that building back there that they're standing next to? Is it like... I mean, look at the checkered floors when we go back to it. Is it like an abandoned barber shop? An abandoned steak and shake? What's up with that?
It's either a hotel or a diner with electrodes. That went horribly, horribly wrong.
Hello! By the way, I'm the villain!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Everyone's Scum But Flair.
I mean, I love this. He just basically calls you up. I guess you're BFFs now, considering how he's just calling you up out of nowhere. Mega Evolution is great for Pokemon. What if humans have that potential? Dude, it's called a college degree. Fuck off, alright?
Yeah, BFF, best friends with the Führer.
Best friend Flair! Best friend Flair!
There you go, perfect.
Seriously, Lysandre is just... The dude is too much for me sometimes, and how blatantly obvious he is. I mean, come on, man.
I think even the game knows that, because it's not going to be too long now until the penny literally drops and we find out all about Lysandre and his intentions.
No, I think if they actually really played it up, you know, like making him so blatantly obviously evil, and then the game just kind of rolls with that and make fun of it, I would be for that, personally. You know what? Because that'd be fine. But here they played just seriously enough that it comes off as lame, personally. What the fuck is that thing?
That Helldragon is the Pokemon that everyone expected to be a doctor.
Oh, you mean like a plague doctor with the mask?
Yep, the very same.
Oh, this is so much better. It's a fucking burlesque dancer, man.
It's gonna can me all the way to hell.
Go back to Vegas. See, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Just seethe.
Yes, I think seething is the right word. Well, at least experiences like this give me a little bit of insight onto what people are feeling when I make such bad puns, so lesson learned, I guess.
I was thinking earlier of what Dead End would look like if it had a Mega Evo for no reason. I'm thinking like maybe its antenna whiskers would be replaced by like mini satellite dishes, so you know it can get like HBO during a Pokemon battle.
That's silly, Helldragon, silly, and I don't have any response for it.
It's silly. It sounds silly, yes. But would people not pay for the ability to watch Game of Thrones during a Pokemon battle? That's the whole thing the Xbox One is based off of. Oh no, Sparky's gonna learn Discharge. Oh, I'm so ill.
Yeah, take it to a Poké Doctor. Help, I'm dying, squirrel.
That's from Pokey Awesome, isn't it?
No, that's from an old 4-coma thing, I think. You know, Bidoof, Bidoof, Bidoof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn. Help, I'm dying, squirrel. Okay, this is where the route splits. If you head down, you can go to Route 16 and pick up a Super Rod. To the right is Dendermill Town, which is where we'll be going next, but up here we'll find the Lost Hotel, which I want to do a bit of exploring in.
That doesn't really look like a hotel. I mean, it looks too blasted. I mean, like, what happened to these buildings, by the way? Now that I think about it, the ruins are, like, almost completely bomb-blasted. What hit them that made them that abandoned?
Well, this is kind of spoilers, but later on you find out there was a war a long time ago. Maybe it's just some kind of remnants of an old hotel.
I guess. Did they have checkered tile all the way back then?
They were pretty advanced, so I won't put it past them.
Now that Litwick back there, couldn't you just technically, like, blow that out and, like, instantly beat it?
Well, I think removing the flame from a Pokemon and having it die only applies to Charmander, and, Litwick's already dead, so...
Well, you say that, but later on we've had stuff where Charmander's flame has clearly gone out, or gone, like, minimal, and the damn thing didn't die. I believe in Pokemon Origins, Charizard actually goes into full body of water, submerged, and he still survives.
Yeah, he's just fine. They retconned it, really.
Now, I actually really like this Hex Maniac in particular, because out of nowhere, she displays this surprising twist of characterization from the usual Hex Maniacs, and I love it in games where you meet all these NPCs, they're all like really samey and shit, then you find one that just completely blows your expectations and is more interesting as a result. Now I want to learn her story. Like, why is she a Hex Maniac, and why does she feel she can't live up to that? Tell me her story.
Well, if you watch the film Carrie, I think there's an accurate depiction of her life.
Oh, I get it. The Litwick. It makes sense. Okay, well, that doesn't explain the white blood cell Pokemon she had.
The psychic turns?
I guess. Oh! Blood! I got it! Blood, remember?
Yeah?
White blood cells are in blood. Carrie was drenched in blood, which triggered the pyrokinetics. Ah, it all matches.
Thank God you know your horror movies, because I was really struggling for a second there.
Hey, I haven't even watched Carrie, and yet I know this already, man. I mean, everybody should know the story by now. At least the basics, I think. That Pokemon sort of reminds me of the Crap Heap Pokemon I made as a parody when I was younger. Into the trash it was.
Very nice.
I think Pangoro is a pretty good design. This is the Evo of that Panda Pokemon that evolves into Dark and Fighting when you give it like bad influence. You give it like cigarettes or something and it goes to the dark side.
Yeah, a pack of smokes.
And, it's evocative of the whole, like Japanese delinquent kind of imagery. And yes, I'm going to mention it now, Tom, and I know you'll hate me, but there is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan art of it.
Jesus, take the wheel!
I'm getting out of this fucking car. Boop.
I'm driving on over to the Legend of Zelda commentary.
Well, too bad his fucking delinquent kung fu, he's a kung fu panda, I get it. Too bad it is nothing against the power of Lucha.
Jesus H. Christ and all the disciples.
Oh man, I'm surprised Pyrox took that hit. It's barely hanging on.
We shall avenge it with, as you said, the power of Lucha.
Nothing can beat the power of Lucha. Not even other Lucha. Our Lucha is just too good. By God, here we go! That reminds me, I actually watched some of the important plays from the Super Bowl, but with JR from WWF talking over it, and I was suddenly, honest to God, I was actually way more interested. It just goes to show what kind of awesome announcer JR was. It's too bad he's not with the WWF anymore. He made stuff way more interesting, I think.
Nah, I'm not even going to compare us and our shitty commentary to a commentator of his magnitude, shall I say. Sorry, I was kind of...
Oh, no, you made that Pokemon relevant by mentioning magnitude. Good job.
Okay, well, I'll just continue then. But you'd be amazed how something... And this is really just my opinion, dull, because I don't really watch the Super Bowl or rugby or American football or anything like that. You'd be amazed how alive you can make the subject feel with just the right tone and flow and such.
Oh yeah, JR definitely embodies that. I mean, wrestling is fake as hell, let's make no mistake, but he got so into it that you were just hyped up whenever he was there and he was announcing over matches. I really thought that guy made SmackDown when I first started watching that way back when I was a teenager.
Now, you ain't even going to get back to this part of the Lost Hotel without knowing all the rollerblading tricks, so just follow along with the playthrough and you'll see us get all of them.
So, wait, he doesn't ask you to actually demonstrate them. He just says, do you know these tricks? Yes? Good, here you go.
They're purely cosmetic, mate.
Well, yeah, I get that, but you would think that if you're gonna be like the boss of a roller skating club, which by the way is a really terrible underground society to be a leader of, unless it's like Jet Set Radio, then it's okay. But if you're gonna do that, you kind of want to see if the person you're gonna give the big trick to, if he knows how to do the other ones. That's kind of important.
So he doesn't even have rollerblades. I'm getting on in years, so I'm just giving the damn trick.
Now here's what I don't get. Magneton is just 3 Magnemites stuck together, right?
Uh-huh.
So, why don't you use 3 Pokeballs to catch a Magneton, as opposed to just 1?
Mate, I spent all my money on clothes. Do you not understand my financial situation?
Now I'm imagining Magneton wearing a pair of khakis.
It's casual Fridays. A bit of Psychic Blast, because Steel don't give 2 shits about Psychic.
Now I want to see Magnezone with like a purse. Magnezone looks particularly dashing in this!
Magnezone gets discounts at the Pokemart.
Are you talking shit about Magnezone shoes?
Magnezone doesn't even have shoes, that was a trick question.
So I guess Magnezone just refers to itself in the third person.
Okay, I should probably, make all this Magnezone talk relevant. If you level up Magneton in Route 13, which is where the power plant is located, you'll be able to evolve your Magneton into a Magnezone, and I'm probably going to be taking that all the way to the Pokemon League.
Really? Why Magnezone, though? I mean, let's be honest here. Magnezone is pretty great, but still, what made you decide to pick that particular Pokemon?
Well, not only is it a pretty cool Pokemon, that's how we judge stuff here at HellfireComms. Is it cool? Yes, then it's going in the team.
That's my strategy!
But it's got a decent move pool, it can learn Steel, it can learn Electric type moves, and since it's Steel, it'll just be able to take a hit, as opposed to Sparky, who, as you'll be able to see in the upcoming parts, gets the job done but gets taken out at the same time.
That's true, Sparky really does have low defense. Now, I think the most important question, will you also be including a particularly important Tyrannosaurus Rex in the party?
I think he will need a bit more training before we take him anywhere, really.
See, you hesitated. That's not a good thing. This doesn't answer my question in a satisfying way, you realize.
Well, we'll see you in 20 parts time, then.
Oh no, I gotta wait 20 parts!
I like the name I gave him, because I'm an egotistical twat, but looking back now, I probably should have named him Magnalord.
Why Magnalord?
You got anything better?
Magnet Man? No, name him Curly Mustache for Magneto.
Are you serious?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, that could have been referring to 2 things. 1, the actual joke. 2, the fact you call Magneto fucking Magneto.
But he was pronounced like that in an episode of GamePro, the TV series. Wow, that's obscure.
I don't give a shit. There was a Fantastic Four cartoon where he lost to a wooden gun.
That's true. Now, why did we find a Trubbish in the trash as opposed to a Pokemon like, say, Flareon?
Sorry, you kind of caught me off guard there. I was going to do the whole Flareon has no moves thing, but even that's a bit harsh for me. Yeah, you can find Trubbishes in the trash, as you would expect. You can also find Rotums, and also, but these are extremely rare, you can find Rotom's alt forms, like the washing machine and such.
So, you're saying in that tiny trash can, somebody threw away an entire fucking washing machine. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, the washing machine literally ate my clothes. Into the trash it goes.
Oh no, the washing machine's broken. Better throw it in this tiny little trash can. Who's gonna take it out? Not me.
Marge, the doll's trying to kill me and the toaster's been laughing at me.
Oh, you remember that episode? I think with, Homer becomes head of the trash legislation, and it all started with he who tops it off drops it off, and then they're, stapling shit to the garbage can.
Oh, Trubbish, you are literally a bag of shit.
Into the trash it was.
Okay, we're done here. Enjoy your death trap, losers.
Yeah, have fun hanging out in dirt.
If you want to journey to the southern part of the Lost Hotel, because that wasn't the whole thing, check out the entrance on Route 16.
Why is there an entrance on Route 16 that leads you all the way back here?
I don't know, man. It must have been a fucking huge hotel back in the day.
That's true. It must have like a huge underground passage, which probably would have been more interesting than the hotel now that I think about it.
Oh, I loved the music in this town, but more about that later, because here comes Professor Layton.
I like how they're walking around. It's snowing outside, and yet Sycamore is still basically wearing only his lab coat and, like, clothes underneath that, even though he should be freezing his fucking ass off.
Well, one, we're not really dressed for the occasion either, and two, weather in the Pokemon universe is erratic at best. We went through a single building, and it went from friggin' sunshine to snow.
You actually bring up a good point. This is pretty damn erratic of the weather. Xerneas is the legendary Pokemon. You can see it everywhere on particular copies of Pokemon.
How meta would that be? Although, it's kind of already happened. You can find, SNESes, N64s, GameCubes, Wii's, Wii U's that aren't being played, but I digress.
Well, I have no idea what the fuck it is, but I'm pretty sure you'll stumble across it. I mean, that is the whole point of this game, isn't it? Man, Dexio, you're so useless. I much preferred that masked guy. I think he was more effective, don't you?
I like the cut of his scarfed jib.
See, look, Trevor only has like a t-shirt on. He should be freezing his ass off.
Well, at least his head's covered by that bicycle helmet. Oh god, sorry, that's his hair. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I used to actually think he was a girl that one time, remember?
Oh, look at that, it's so cold, there's actually breath escaping.
Oh, I actually like that. That's a neat little touch.
Better go catch it.
Why are you selling milk on the side of the street?
That's dubious.
Yeah, she's selling milk on the side of the street. You know what? Selling soda on the side of the street is weird, but at least it has a shelf life. This is fucking milk we're talking about. How old is it?
Can I sniff it before I buy it? Which could be applied to a lot of things you can buy on the street, I guess.
That's true. I think you should sniff everything you buy on the street. Then again, I guess because it's cold, the milk keeps better? I don't know. Don't buy your fucking milk on the street, kids. Alright, this is the lesson that I hope the Pokemon X playthrough has imparted upon you.
Probably gonna be the only one that we actually get right.
That's for sure. My pants aren't even down yet. Just in case, can I annoy you a little? No, let's bond.
It's time to bond.
Play like the Mario 1-up sound whenever that happens. The piece of shit system.
Very nice, Helldragon, very nice. Those level up when you use them like 10 times or so. I can't believe I've actually not used the money power 10 times, but say la vie, I guess. We'll see you all next time for another exciting, jam-packed, hopefully not as off-topic part of Pokemon X. See you all next time.